Okay, on that too, let me bring in Major and Sudhakar Jee into the conversation. Major and Sudhakar Jee, I want to understand from your perspective, sir. China is known for patience. It has a very different methodology when it comes to dealing with other countries. For example, the American deep state has been accused of or has been known to go in for, say, regime changes in countries. It undertakes that sort of an exercise. But China, we've seen in the past, has been more closely linked with simply throwing in money at whoever's in power at that point in time and establishing its own relations and getting what it needs from a particular country. Keeping that sort of a logic in mind, we know that China is known, like I said, for patience. I want to understand from your perspective, if China is unlikely to at any point abandon CPEC altogether, what becomes the next course of action in Pakistan for an Asim Munir to really give that reassurance to China that, listen, hang on for a bit and we will get our act together?
Devika, good evening. Thank you for getting me to your show. Excellent question you have raised, and compliments to my previous co-panelist, distinguished ambassador, sir. As I look at things, CPEC is here to will stay. CPEC is not going to get away or disappear from the canvas of as a flagship project of China. It will go through sine and cos theta, ups and downs, but it will stay because it's a lifeline as far as China is concerned. CPEC has not been planned now. CPEC was conceived way back when the PRC was raised, 1949, by Mao Zedong. He was a visionary. At that point in time, he had decided there are two landlocked provinces in China around 1951, and these two landlocked provinces, one was Xinjiang, which earlier used to be called as East Turkmenistan. The other one was Sichuan or Yunnan province. These two landlocked countries have to have some connectivity with the warm water access, one with the Bay of Bengal to the east and another to the Arabian Sea. So why am I saying is that China, whether in 20th century or 21st century, after having become the outsourced manufacturing hub, its economy has been the central point of its growth story. And gone are the days when it is to grow at a rate of double-digit percentage of GDP. Now it has gone down. They claim it to be 5%, but actually it's around 2%, less than 2%. But for economy to be maintained with double-digit or even 5% or more, it has to have energy security. 83% of its energy security comes through the sea lanes of communication, partly from the Persian Gulf and partly from other parts of the world. And it passes through the Indian Ocean region through Malacca Strait. So this distance between Persian Gulf to the eastern flank is around 14 days by any shipping vessel. Up to Malacca Strait takes around 6 to 7 days, and from Malacca Strait to East China Sea or South China Sea another 7 days. But if the weather goes bad and the water is turbulent, it can go anything up to 21 days. So instead of 21 days or 14 days of time, if they have the CPEC with hydraulic mechanism, the oil and gas can be pumped from Gwadar right up to Kashgar in just about 48 to 96 hours. It will be less than that, but 96. And the cost, let me tell you, if the barrel of the fossil fuel transporting through this length of 5,750 plus another 6,000, 14 days journey, a voyage through the sea, cost them anything between, earlier it used to cost $2 per day per barrel. Now it has gone up to, I am told, $5 or $7. It is around that figure. Exact figure is not known to be. But when it goes through CPEC, the cost of fossil fuel getting pumped through hydraulic pressure comes down drastically, almost in the ratio of 1:10. Third point that I wish to highlight is that CPEC is CPEC. China is not sitting idle. It is trying to diversify the alignment of CPEC If it becomes unsuccessful, it's already exploring, carrying out survey. The alignment, I am told through very reliable sources, the Wakhan corridor survey has been done through Wakhan corridor up to Kabul and Aini. They have a copper mine, the contract of which was signed in 2008 with Taliban itself. They will connect with the Aini copper mine, and from there on, this particular flagship project is likely to diversify towards Turkmenistan, which has got the fourth largest natural gas. So China is aiming at that, how to harness that gas from Turkmenistan at a cheaper rate. Also, from Peshawar, the CPEC is likely to connect with Kabul and have another access from that is Khujra Pass, passing through Karakoram Highway, then going towards Peshawar and then Kabul. It's likely to connect in that manner. Plus, China has invested committed around $400 billion or more than that on ground. The latest figure I have is around $28-30 billion have been implemented on the ground in Iran. In foreseeable future, more money is going to be pumped in. So, having said all this, coming back to the question, very short, that again, I am through your channel, I am going to show this book, No Exit from Pakistan, Daniel Marke. Come what may, no matter how tormenting the relationship between USA and Pakistan may turn out to be in future or now, America at no stage can leave Pakistan. It will continue to have its presence. Number two, there is going to be a strategic rivalry between USA and China. It will intensify further. There is a dominance. It is a game of dominance. The big power competition is taking place here in Pakistan. Number three, being geostrategically important, no country would like to leave Pakistan, and more so, China's lifeline is going to be invested. It is already invested. So out of 62 billion, your figure says around 46, my figure says around 52 billion dollars have been implemented. And the biggest point is that it has put Pakistan into a spiral of debt servicing. As on today, they have to return around $32 billion to China by end of the year. So these kind of cyclic kind of debt which China is going to make Munir accountable, responsible, because the civil dispensation in Pakistan has become totally zilch, non-effective, and hence is rendered absolutely useless. Therefore, he has got very high stakes. He has to deliver. If he doesn't deliver, does it mean that China is going to junk him? No. China has to do that mut and jump, which we are taught in the army, and try to extract the best pound of flesh from Munir, come what may. Death of Chinese will take place, but CPEC will not be surrendered as per my understanding and conviction.